Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So here I pulled out the my little black nail book for this design. I've been using it a lot lately, so yeah, and I was just putting out like on the all blue French tip nail that's gonna be glitter, and I'll add some bling, and then the other one was gonna have a flower, and I was gonna add a little charm in the flower. So that's kind of like the base of the design. And then I did end up changing the middle finger, and I'm sorry my camera looks a little cloudy because it's kind of dirty, and I thought I cleaned it but I believe I did clean it more later on in the video, so it looks a little more clear. And so these will be the products I am using. It's not a lot of acrylic, it's just clear, the cover, flamingo, and the glitter. And then I pulled out some blue polishes just for options. I didn't end up using all of the ones that I showed, but I did use like, I think like 3 blues and a white. And then I also used some glitter. So yeah, 3 or 4 blues, I don't remember, but we shall see once I get to that part of the video. And then those are like my polish options, like I said. And then my brush, I used a size 12 from Acrylic, which I don't believe she sells anymore, but I know there's still like a 10 and a 14 and 16. So I'll leave a link down below to that. And look at this glitter, I love it so much. And I hope that Light Elegance still has it because I want to get another one. And I know they've been making some changes and everything to what they're selling. So, and then I almost forgot to show what tips I'm using. These will be some duck nails. And yes, and also the monomer I'm using is from Afro Nails. So I am starting off with most of my prep done. I'm just adding my primer. This is Young Nails Protein Bond. And hold on, you guys, hold on. Okay, so I had okay, let me slow down, girl, slow down. Okay, so after I do my primer, I put a thin layer of clear acrylic on my nails. And I would always do that no matter what, especially like when I'm sculpting, whether I'm using just doing a clear nail, a cover powder, or especially a colored powder. But I started doing it before I glue my tips on because I personally don't like to soak my nails in acetone. So when I take my nails off, I file down to file the rest of the tip off of my nail, and then that way it goes to that clear layer of acrylic. Because for a long time I did not wear tips, but lately, the past couple months, I would say most of this year, I have turned into a tip girl. I don't know how that happened, but it did. So, and now I feel like I'm a duck nail girl. Like, I was so against duck nails, like, and now look at me. This is altogether the 7th set that I've done, and I want to say it's like the 4th set I have done on myself. And I'll put links to other duck nail videos that I have done, so don't forget to check those out. So I had planned on showing me gluing on my tips, like lightly shaping them and everything, but apparently I did not press record, so we missed out on that. So after I glued the tips on, first of all, for the tips, I sized up, and I did, meaning I'm wearing a size up above what usually fits my finger perfectly, and I did that on purpose because I wanted the tips to have a little more flair to them, which it did kind of work, and so I like it, and I might do that from now on when I wear duck nails, just depending on how I feel for that set. So, and then after I glued them on, I like did some shaping and cut off the excess tip that was hanging over, and then I put a thin clear layer across where I glued the tip to my nail, and that was that. I usually file the tip to blend it to my nail, but I didn't do that this time. I kind of forgot, but nothing bad happened when I did these nails. So for this first finger, it is, as you can see, an acrylic French tip, and this pink color is Cover Flamingo from Young Nails, and I got it to look so good. I wasn't trying to make it super pointy, but that's just how it ended up coming out. But I did this so good, y'all. I was so proud of myself for this French tip, and then it looked extra good after I filed it. Like, so yay me, I am getting better at those because I don't usually do acrylic French tips, but a couple months ago I was just like, girl, just do it. Just do it. The more you do it, the better you will get. So that's what I did. So now I am just going to be filling in the middle finger, pinky, and the thumb with this cover color, which I want to buy another one because I really like this color. It's really nice, and as you can see, I use it because the jar is like halfway gone, and I think this is just like a 1 ounce jar, maybe a little over an ounce, because Young Nails has their jars by grams. So this is the 45 gram jar, and so I want to get another one in a bigger size. I'll probably do the 85 gram when I do get another one. So yay for that. So like I said, I will be doing this finger, the pinky, and the thumb, and I do show the thumb acrylic application. Y'all, I can't talk. So you get to see that in this video, and I feel like I haven't really been I know when it comes to the art, I don't always show the thumb, and that's because I save it for reels and shorts and all that good stuff. So yeah, anyways, y'all, so how are you guys doing? What I am doing pretty good. Got some things going on, like my cake orders have been picking up. I'm not doing as many as I was like in September and October, which is fine. I'm okay with that, but I seem to like be having, you know, so far I have 1, maybe 2 for December, and I have so far done 3 in November. So I am cool with that. Like, I love it. I really do. I am enjoying making the cakes and all that stuff. And I recently posted one on my shorts that I did for someone's 80th birthday, so you can go and check that out if you like. Yeah, so other than that, I've been pretty good. I have been feeling just a little bit sad about my nail career because I feel like it didn't go where I wanted it to go, because I legit wanted to be a nail tech, but that didn't happen. So, and I know I did some things wrong. I could have went about things differently, but it is what it is at this point. If somebody wants to come to me, yay. If they don't, then oh well. I'm essentially a nail content creator. So, but yeah, I'm kind of sad about that, but it is what it is. If I feel like going back into promoting myself and putting myself out there, then I will. I know sometimes it's hard for me to promote myself, like especially in person. So I don't know, y'all. I just have a hard time talking to people in general. Like, I know I can come on here and I feel like I run my mouth. I just yap, 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 yap. But, like, in person, I don't know. I just feel awkward and I kind of clam up, I guess you can say. Like, I don't know. I know I've always been on the shy side, but it just seems to have gotten worse as I've been in my adult years. So it's crazy. But yeah. So yeah, I just have to do better at promoting myself. Even in my cake life, I have to do that as well. I try to do it like when people have come to pick up their cakes and stuff. I always let them know, like, if you enjoy it, I'm happy to do another one for you. Just let me know and all that good stuff. So I do let them know about that. And also, if you would like to check out some of the other cakes that I've done, I have an Instagram dedicated to that, and it's called Pooh's Treasure Box. I will put that on the screen somewhere and link it down below. Hopefully I remember to do that. So yeah, that is what's going on. So yeah, also by the time I'm doing this video, it's about, I want to say, like 5 days till Thanksgiving today, the time I am doing this voiceover. So now that I did all the cover application, when I do my acrylic French tips, I like to go in and file the smile line to make it more crisp and more pronounced, especially when I go in and add like the color or the glitter or whatever. And then the file I used was a 100 grit file. And then yes, but also when you do that, you want to be careful because you can file into the tip and like put a hole in it, crack it, or something like that, and you don't want to do that. So just be careful when filing the smile line of your French tip. So yay. And now I'm adding the glitter. I forget what it's called, but it's from Not Polished and it's part of their OMG collection. And for some reason, blue was calling my name, so I had to do some blue nails. And I was thinking fall, but I guess because blue and all that stuff, it came out more wintry than I originally thought they would. So there's that. Because I still want to do some fall themed nails, and hopefully I can do that. I don't know, but we shall see what happens. Like, I'll probably mix in whatever kind of theme and also some like winter Christmas themes, because it's about to be December and it's time to start putting out that kind of content. So be on the lookout for that. So yeah, I've been talking for a really long time. So yeah, I'm just doing a full finger of this glitter, and then after this I encapsulate with some clear, which is Young Nail Speed Clear. And then yeah, I'm gonna go and I'll be back after encapsulation. So now I'm filing, and when I do duck nails during application, I try to keep the shape of the nails as best as I can, so that way when I file on the side, I don't have to do too much to shape and end up taking away from the shape of the nail. So, but sometimes there is a little bit of acrylic underneath the nail, so I try to get that out with the hand file as best as I could, and then if I need to, I'll go in with the e-file. But I do file the side of where my nail is and the acrylic is, so that way I can straighten that out. So, and then I sort of continue to do my regular filing routine, which is just going to be shaping the nail. Again, I still do file the sides of the nail, like give it some shape to help sharpen it up after application, and then I come in with my e-file and a medium grit 5-in-1 bit, and I do the cuticle area, and then if I need to take down any bulk and smooth out the nail, and if there just happen to be like some lumps or uneven parts, I do that as well. And of course, when filing your nails, you always want to look at the nail in multiple directions, just so you can see what the nail looks like and see what you need to do. Like, you know, whether you need to take off something, even something out, or, you know, just make sure the nail looks right. And so that's what I do. And then after the e-file, which the e-file I use is the Medical Pro Power 35K. And the speed I'm using it on right now is 18,000 RPMs. And again, this is a 5-in-1 medium grit bit, and I got it off of Amazon. And after the e-file, I come in with a 100 grit file, and I'll go over the top to help like smooth it out a little more. It won't be super smooth because it's a 100 grit file. So, but yeah, I do that to help smooth it out and take away like any lines or anything that the e-file made. And then I come in with the 80 grit file again to shape up the free edge of the nail. I always save that part for last. I don't know, it's just what I do, and the technique that I developed for myself. So yes, I do have a video dedicated to filing if you would like to watch that, and I will leave that linked down below if you want to see how I file, like when it comes, at least when it comes to square nails. And if I ever do stiletto nails again, I might do a video for that, even though my routine is basically the same. So after I do all the hand filing stuff, I'll come in with the buffer and smooth out the nails to prepare them for nail art. So I will be back in a little bit. Okay, so here is what my nails look like, all shaped, filed, and buffed, and they look so good. I love how they came out. So, y'all, this finger right here. Okay, so I'm starting with the nail art. This finger was giving me so much trouble, like, because this is a finger that has some 3D flowers, and sometimes I'm still not the best at them. So it takes me a couple of tries, and then so I decided to top coat first and then do the flowers, because it'll be easier that way instead of going around the flowers with top coat. So the acrylic I'm using is called Bunny, and it's from Nailed by Naya, which she doesn't sell acrylics anymore. So, and then the brush I'm using is, I think I got this from my local nail supply store, but there's one that looks like this, and it's by Pure Color. Or is this one from Pure Color? I don't know, but I used to use one that was from Pure Color, and it looked just like this. And the size is a size 5 brush. So, and in this, since this is a slow drying acrylic, I did add a few drops of acetone to my monomer to help speed up the drying process, because when you're doing 3D work with acrylic, you don't want it to be super wet or anything. You do want the beads to be a little bit on the drier side when you work with it. So yeah, that's what I did. And yeah, so went for the flower. I'm going to glue a charm in the middle of this, because when I usually do flowers, I usually put a crystal down and build the petals around that, and that way it's so much easier for me to do because I feel like the petals come out nicer and more even. And then if I do it this way, they're sort of uneven, and sometimes that drives me crazy. So I tend to struggle with doing it this way. But at the end, the little charm covers up most of it, so it doesn't look as bad as I'm making it out to be. So yeah, yeah, that's it. And then after I do this flower, I'm going to put a crystal on both sides of the flower and do some 3-petal flowers. And then off camera, I added one more flower at the top because it was an empty space and it just looked weird to me. So I did that, but I didn't record it. So I'll be back in a little bit for the next step. Okay, here I'm gluing on the little Hello Kitty charm. And she has a blue bow, and that's kind of why the nails are blue, because they go together. So at first I decided to use the Macart gem grip glue, and but that wasn't really working for me. I didn't really like that, and then I wiped it off and decided to glue her on with some Zule bling adhesive, and that worked out fine, but she didn't go on evenly, so there was a gap, and then I ended up filling it in with the bling gel anyway. So these are the blues I used. Two from Nail House, which is Cobalt, which is the darker one, and Denim, which looks like denim, and then I used a blue and a white from Nailed by Naya, which the blue is 128 and the white is 69. So I'm drawing on my French tip, and at first I was just going to do the rounded French tips that I always do, but then I was like, no, wait, let me match it to the acrylic French tip. So I made it pointy at the top, just like the acrylic French tip is, so that way it wouldn't look weird, because I thought it would look weird with the French tips being different. So the way I draw the French tips on is I do the A method, 2 lines on the side, 1 in the middle, and then I fill in the sides to get the shape of the smile line for the French tip. And once I get it to how I like it, I cured it for 60 seconds, and then I think I went in with a second coat. And this finger will be, in fact, all the rest, well, I guess the rest of the nail art will be plaid. So I was going to do a plaid finger like this on the middle finger, but then I remembered a different design, and so I changed it, which I love it, y'all. I love it so much. And also too, I can't remember if I recorded it, but I added some glitter lines to the plaid on this finger, because that wasn't in my original idea, but I was like, let's try it and see, and I liked it, because I did end up outlining the smile line with glitter. If you know, you know I love me an outline smile line on a French tip, whether it's a color or glitter. And yeah, so yeah, I'm just going to be doing this plaid design, and I'll do multiple lines of like the same color. So I'm going to do the dark blue lines first, cure that, then another color and stuff, so that way I don't have to cure after every line. But if you need to cure after every line, because that just works better for you, then go ahead and do that, because I used to do that as well, because I know that I can be clumsy, and that kind of it used to drive me crazy. So I would just cure after, like if I did one line, just cure it and do it that way. So but I'm a little bit better now, so I can do multiple lines at once, but I made sure just to do like one color, so that way when I went over with another color, it wouldn't drag and mix up with the previous color. So again, we can go ahead and finish watching this now, and I will be back for the next. And I think after I did all the plaid, I added the glitter on the smile line and then the glitter lines as well. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so for the middle finger, I'm just going to be drawing the design over this background. And oh my god, y'all, I love this finger so much. It came out so good. It's probably my favorite finger on this nail set. Like, I love it so much that I decided to keep these nails for longer than I usually would. Like, I'm wearing them until after Thanksgiving, and I did them the week before, at the beginning of the week before Thanksgiving. So, and usually I wear my nails for like a week, maybe a week and a half, and I'm taking them off. But this time I kept them, keeping them for 2 weeks. Like, so this design will be similar to what I just did on my pinky, but it's going at a diagonal. And then I think I added a few more lines as well. Excuse me, y'all, sorry about that. So yeah, it's just going to be a plaid design, and then same colors as the previous nail. And then yeah, also I do all in one direction at a time. So I'm doing this direction and cure everything, and then I will go in the other direction at a diagonal, you know, if that makes sense. So I will be back in a little bit. Yeah. So that's about all. So now I'm going to be adding just a little bit of bling, and I'm using Zule Bling adhesive for that, which is an old favorite. So I'm just adding 3 crystals to this finger, and then I add a big shape and a few round ones to the index finger, which is the acrylic French tip finger. And on that finger, I almost was going to outline the smile line of that finger with the glitter, and then I was like, nah, that might be a little too much, so I didn't do that. But I low-key still want to see what that looks like, so I probably won't do it though, but I still want to see what it looks like. So I did scratch up the surface because it was very smooth, and sometimes depending on what adhesive I'm using, I don't like to glue it onto a super smooth background. So sometimes it doesn't really stick very well. So, and I only use the rhinestone gel glue stuff for the bigger piece, and then Zule for the smaller crystal stuff. Yeah, and then after I do this, I top coat, and I used, what top coat did I use? Nail House shiny top coat, and then yeah, and then that will be the end of this design. So yeah, and just to get around the smaller areas, I like to take one of my art brushes and just go and fill in the top coat in the areas that the brush from the bottle can't reach. So, and especially to help put that barrier around the crystals so they don't get caught around anything. So yeah, again, this is the end of the design, which I am so in love with. I love this whole design. It's so pretty. It came out exactly how I imagined it. I feel like it came out even better than I imagined it in my head and how I drew it out in the little black nail book. And I just love it so much. I can't stop looking at these nails. They still make me excited, and I'm like a whole week, a little past a week of having these nails on. Like, I just love them so much, and I hope you love them too. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, so I think I'm going to continue with the winter and Christmas themed nails. So yay for that. And yeah, I guess that's about it. So again, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And until next time, peace out, y'all.